Hello everyone. This semester in Ecology Lab, we have been observing the rates of mask usage through various locations. I have assessed the possible changes in proper mask usage over this 10-week interval. To start, I want to give context to our experiment. SARS-CoV-2, or more commonly known as COVID-19, is a novel coronavirus that has recently begun infecting the human population. We're now in a full-blown pandemic, and experts have urged us to practice safe, social distance behavior. Guidelines have been set in place by all levels of government, private businesses, and public institutions. Mask guidelines have been possibly the most discussed of these. Masks have been found to be extremely effective in stopping the spread of the virus, as it primarily travels through saliva droplets. The issue, however, is that there has been a form of opposition to the masks. This can be seen all through our society, including in our most recent presidential debate where our president mocked Joe Biden's mask usage.
When needed, I wear a mask.
Okay, let me ask.
I don't wear a mask like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. I will say,
With the current debate over masks, I wanted to see if people were continuing to wear their masks at a constant rate. To obtain our data, we sat in specific areas for a 10-minute interval, at around the same time, the same day each week for 10 weeks. We recorded every person we saw in the time and placed them into categories as seen in the table. Every person fell into one of these categories. For my data, I'm focusing solely on the percent of people that were wearing their mask properly only. Here we see a graph with the proportion of the people observed who wore their mask properly on the y-axis and each week on the x-axis. I ran a chi-square test on this data and found there is no significant relationship between these variables. Time had no effect on the proportion of people that wore their masks properly. What this means? Well, this means that mask usage will remain pretty constant. This is supported by other studies, including one done in Canada that showed despite regional differences, compliance to mask and social distancing guidelines remained pretty much the same throughout the time they were in place. This data also supports the call for widespread mask mandates, which are shown to reduce the spread of COVID-19, as it shows people will continue to wear their masks through the extended intervals. In a broader ecological concept and relating to what we've been talking about this semester in lab, this experiment reflects many of the UN sustainability goals. It promotes good health and well-being by reducing the spread of this deadly virus. It promotes sustainable cities and communities because a key factor of sustainability is safety for its members, and masks help promote a safe environment. And in the most broad sense, climate action goals are related to this experiment. Coronavirus is a zoonotic disease, and climate change is a key factor driving the emergence of new zoonotic diseases. So hopefully, if we can reduce our toll on the environment and reduce climate change, we can reduce the possibilities of future pandemics. And here are my references. Thank you.